Let me tell you something, folks, this morning. If you're not serving God, you've got to come to the decision what you're going to do in your life. You may carry on and carry on, but listen to me. You've got to come to that place where you choose who I'm going to serve. You see, it's not a hard matter to do. It's just to make up your mind. Well, I've heard so many stories. I've heard about this and I've heard about that. Hey, man, quit listening to those stories. Get your eyes off of people. Get your eyes on God. There's many good people, moral people in our world today that's not serving God because they had their eyes on people and what people have done. May I encourage you this morning, get your eyes off of people. You're not going to answer to people anyway. You're going to answer to God. Listen to me, and you need to make a decision. I'm going to serve God. If nobody else serves God, I'm going to serve God. So God was saying to them, you've got to make a decision. I'm God. I drew the plans. I wrote the script, and here it is. I set before you this day death and life, blessing and a curse. Oh, which one will you choose? God is saying, choose life that you may live in your seed. Not only you, but those that's coming on down the road, they may enjoy life. My message to you today is, what are you doing about your life? What about your decision? Amen. What about your life? Are you living for God? Are you making the right decisions? We could cover a lot of things this morning. We could speak about marriage. We could speak about buying property. We could speak about many things. But be careful. Be careful of that decision you make, because it's going to go with you the rest of your life. Sister Bryant told just a little bit down at the prison the other night. We've told about it here before she and I were married. Several months before we were married, she was engaged to a soldier boy. I was engaged to a little redhead in Georgia. But God somehow, that wasn't God's plan. You see, we hadn't prayed. We hadn't really sought God. Somebody said, are you sure this is right? Oh, yeah, it feels good to me. It better be more than a feeling to you. You better know the mind of God. Amen. Listen to me. We began to pray and seek the will of God, and God brought us together. Amen. 1,000 miles apart, God brought us together. God prepared the way and made the way. You know why? Because not that I'm a better person than anybody else, not because my wife was better than anybody else, but because we allowed God, amen, to be in our lives, and we prayed for the right decision. Every morning when I get up from the bed, church, I pray, God, I don't know about this day. I don't know what I'm going to encounter. I don't know what I'm going to face. But there's one thing that I want, God, above everything else. I want your will. Your will is number one priority in my life. Don't get me wrong. I love people, and I love my family, and I love what I'm doing. But listen to me. God's will comes first in my life. Amen. I've made the right decision to follow God. I'm not ashamed of who I am today. I'm not ashamed of the gospel of Christ, for it is the power of God unto salvation. I'm not ashamed that at a young teenage boy I gave into the call of the ministry. I'm not ashamed that I trained and I waited for the hour for God to send me out. Why? Because I had a decision. I could have said, God, I can't do it. Like so many have said, Lord, you called the wrong person. You got the wrong house number. You got the wrong phone call. No. I believe when God calls you, I believe you'll know it. And if you wait on God and pray and make that right decision when to move, I believe God will intervene for you and make a way where there is no way.